In one of our earlier sessions, we were working with the lookup functions. Now here we had choose, HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, index and match, and some new functions as well. Now we had so many tabs for each set of functions over here, and it would have been amazing if I could have an index page, something like this, which gives me a list of what all functions that I would be working on in this particular file or the workbook that we call. And it would be even more awesome if I were to click on any of this, let's say HLOOKUP. I click on HLOOKUP function and it takes me to this worksheet. So how does that happen and how can we achieve that? Well, in Excel, we have something called hyperlinks. First, let me just give you a brief on how this works. Well, let's say if you type in any random website address over here, for example, I say www.google.com. and hit enter, Excel automatically takes it as a hyperlink. So now if I click on this, Excel will open a new window. And that would be going to the browser all the way. Here we have this Google open over here. It's www.google.com. Now let me close this window. And here we have this. So this itself is the hyperlink. So at times, let's say you do not want this hyperlink here. Now every time I click on the cell, I click aside, I want to click on the cell, but here it's giving me trouble here because the moment I click on it, it just does not select the cell. Rather, it tries to open in a new window. So what does it say? You see the message just below the icon cursor? You see the message just below the cursor. It says http://www.google.com. Click once to follow. That means to open the web page. And click and hold to select this cell. So I just need to click and press hold this cell and it's selected. Now in case I do not want this linking thing to work, so I can just right click on the cell. And we have edit hyperlink, open hyperlink, and remove hyperlink. Well, in case the hyperlink over here is the path that we need to specify, in case if that is incorrect or we want something else to be shown over here, we can click on edit. You can click on open. That's as good as clicking on it directly. It does that job. Remove hyperlink will completely remove it off. And here we have this. Now it no longer looks like any hyperlink, but it's a normal text like anything around in this file. Now let me undo this and show you one more thing. If I were to right click on this and click on edit hyperlink, here it allows me to select whatever link that I want to. Here again we have remove link. Maybe you can link it to any existing file or web page, some place within this document, or create a new document, or it could also be an email address. For example, we have abc@mail.com. You see, Excel automatically recognizes this as an email address and it goes to mail to abc@mail.com. Now let me click on edit hyperlink. You see, it automatically took this as an email address format. Just in case if I want to change this, although it appears as google.com, I do not want this to go to google.com, then we do have a quick fix here. Let's say we want this to go to microsoft.com. So now that's quite, and here we come to microsoft.com. That's it. Well, maybe I could have just hold my mouse here and select it. I can double click on it and also edit it, but then by now it would have also attempted to open the web page in a browser. So let me exit out of this. Broadly, this is about the linking. Now, how about having links that would refer to each of these tabs? That's the linking within the worksheets, within the workbook. So let's say I want this choose function to link to this. So I right click on this. We have link and insert link over here. I click here Now I want some place in this document. And here it says type the cell reference or select a place in this document. Now let's say I want to link to someone to a worksheet here that's choose. So I click on choose, I click OK, and here it is. You can see that its color is changed and there is an underline which indicates that it's a hyperlink now. And where does it take you to? Click here, and here you are under the choose menu, choose tab. Similarly, we can also do the same thing for HLOOKUP. Now, in order to use the linking or the hyperlinks, there is an alternate approach to that, and we have the same feature. Instead of right-clicking and selecting link and new link, you also have another way to do that. You need to click on insert menu. Here you have on the right the link tool over here. You can just click on this or the drop down. It's the same. You do not have any more options here. So it does the same job. Click here, and this time we are doing it for HLOOKUP. Click on HLOOKUP, click OK. Meanwhile, let's click on HLOOKUP, and here we have this. It's directly routed to the HLOOKUP tab. I would suggest you all to please try the same for the rest of them as well. Please try it by yourself and come back to this video. Alright, so we have VLOOKUP, link, insert link, and this time I'm linking to VLOOKUP, index and match, again link. We have index and match, click OK, XLOOKUP. Now here we have XLOOKUP and XMatch function, both in the same worksheet. So we can have the same link for both of them as well. So click on link, new functions. Click on this, new functions. Click OK. And here we have this. I click on XLOOKUP function, and here we have this. Now again, I click on XMatch. It takes us again to the same worksheet as well, because we have referred to both of the functions to the same worksheet. So this acts as an index indicating what all things would be covered in this workbook, and they may be spread across multiple worksheets, or it could be the same worksheet as well. And that's how it does the job. Well, in case if you want to edit any link, you can just right click on this, click on edit hyperlink. You have these options here. Either you are referring to a website or any other place. Okay. For example, here I have XMatch function mentioned here, but let's say I want to go to www.google.com. Click OK. And here we have this. Now take a look at this. I click on XMatch function, but this time it's routing to google.com. Now if you want to play around with this, we have the Microsoft.com over here. Maybe I edit the hyperlink. Text to display, it's Microsoft.com, but here let's say I would take it to LinkedIn.com. And let's see if we can change this. I change the name, because the moment I change the address, the text to display also changes. Now if you notice, the text to display is different and address is different, and click OK. Here we have this. You see, it appears as Microsoft.com, but actually the underlying link is LinkedIn.com. Now this appears quite shady over here, but something I want you to be alert of, especially when you get spam emails or you get any of such links on your Excel file, Word document, or anywhere. Be very careful when you click on that. Just move your mouse over the link and see where it's pointing to. If it points to exactly the website that it's referring to, good. But if it's pointing to some other website which may not be linked to Microsoft.com, then better don't click on it for security reasons. And this is how the original link is masked. I stammered there, please cut that. And this is how the original link is masked. This would generally happen with the banking links, wherein they appear as if they are pointing to your website. For example, let's say we have something called as city.com. I say http://city.com. This is the website. And here underneath that, under edit hyperlink, maybe I might want to give as QQW or something like this, .co, and so on. Or maybe, even to make it more misleading, I might just put it as citi.co. And here I would just change this to city.com. Click OK. And here it is. It appears as city.com, but it's actually taking you to citi.co. Now we are not sure whether Citibank owns this website or not. So be very careful about these links. But yes, Excel gives you the feature of this. Why do we use this feature? It's not shady. It's the way how you use it. You use it for shady purposes, that's a different thing. But here we have this X match. Maybe you can link it to a website or somewhere that gives you more details about the X match function. Right now, that's the effective usage of this.